To our first question today. Our first question today is, my past is haunting me. I used to be a really terrible, selfish, disgusting, manipulative, backstabbing person. I treated people horribly and I only thought about myself. I hurt some people really badly. All those awful things started catching up to me about a year ago and they haven't stopped. I'm lost and I don't know what to do because although I haven't been that person in a really long time, I've made a complete change in my life. I realized that yes, this is what I deserve after what kind of person I was in the past. I'm feeling the pain that others feel, and that is my karma. I guess what I'm asking is, how can I move from my terrible past and not sit and be miserable over the things that have already happened that I can't change? The best thing that you can do, again, as we're talking about this, I said in the beginning, I want you to take a deep breath and I want you to realize that your past is in the past and you need to leave it behind you. What I want you to do is I want you to practice this exercise. I want you to start thinking about your present and your future and not your past. But how can we get to that point? What I want you to do is I want you to take out your, a phone, a journal, a tablet, whatever you can write on a laptop or computer. And I want you to type out everything that's haunting you about your past. It could be stories. It could be a set of stories. It could be just one long list. But I want you to get all of that outside of your mind. I want you to be able to write all of that down. And what I want you to do is I want you to read it out loud. And I want you then to take 5 to 10 minutes to meditate on those thoughts. And I want you to relive it like a movie, all of the wrong, all of the bad things that have happened in your past. And I want you to truly live through it again. You might need to cry again. You might need to scream. You might need to laugh, whatever you need to do to cope through these situations. And I want you, once you're done, that timer stops, I want you to either burn, crumble up, delete it. And I want you to tell yourself that what's in my past, yes, it happened, but it does not need to define my future. What has happened in my past will not define my future. There are so many things that have happened to me through my own personal experience that haunt me still to this day, and I have to practice this still to this day. So I'm not saying that I'm better or I don't deal with stuff like this. Everything that I say in this podcast, every question that I answer, I've been through it. Do not assume that I don't go through this because I am dealing with it right now. I listen sometimes, going on a tangent, but sometimes I listen to these podcasts to motivate myself because I'm one of you guys. I am no different than any one of you. So what I want you to do is I want you to practice that. I want you to go into your past and I want you to tell yourself that it will not define me. Another thing that I want you to do, another practice that I need you to stop doing is I don't want to ever hear you say that these bad things that are happening to me in my present are because of what's happened to me in my past or because of karma or because of anything like that. What has happened is that, again, you've let negativity come into your life. You've let negativity rule into your life. And now what is happening is that when negativity is coming into your life, it is going to manifest itself. Sadness is going to manifest. And then you are slowly going to start to live a life of misery because you have convinced your brain and you've convinced this universe that that is who you are. And I want to look at you. I want to talk to you. And I want you to know that you are not your failures. You are not your shortcomings. You are not a failure. You are powerful. You are smart. You are beautiful. You are creative. You need to realize that about yourself. I could tell you this every single podcast, and I somehow tell you guys this every single podcast. But until you get to that point where you could tell yourself that, and you actually, your mind, your body, your soul agrees with that, that's how you truly move on. That's how you manifest good things in your life. So what I want you to do is practice positive affirmations. I want you to look yourself in the mirror. First off, start saying that my past does not define me. Say I'm smart, I can do this today. I'm good enough. I do not need to dwell on my past. You need to start setting a culture of positivity in your life. And you already know what I'm about to say about social media. You need to get off social media. You need to take a social media break. You need to get to that point where you can now surround yourself with positivity, because right now, again, you're at a low. Your past has created a vacuum in your soul of misery, of sadness. What I want you to do, it's almost like a leaking hole. You need to put your thumb on it and you need to stop it. And then you need to seal it. And then once it's sealed, then the water can flow naturally. But what you need to do is that you need to address it first. You need to be able to fix who you truly are as a person. You need to look yourself. And if you need to develop self-help habits, then do that. But you need to be able to stop dwelling on your past. It's almost like a negative cycle. A lot of times we get ourselves into these negative cycles. We become accustomed to living in a negative life where misery is always there, where sadness is always there. And I want you to tell you that that's not normal. You can live a positive life. You can live a happy life. You can live a life full of motivation and drive. You just have to break that cycle that's already in your mind. And then once you do that, you can unlock who you truly are as a person. That's how you truly win in life. It does not happen. It does not happen being on technology, running away from your problems, blaming it on karma and all that. And this is my ideology. If you think something different, then that's completely okay. I personally think that the best thing that you can do is leave your past behind and start working on your future, because that's the only way you're going to truly cope through it. It's a simple answer to a simple question, but a lot of times we make things complex in our brains. But all you have to do is that you need to be able to work through your problems. And that's it for this question.